Look at her.
The Bible speaks plain.
And that
you so-called modern church going fakers.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
You look just like the sinner. You act just like the sinner.
That's right.
And you think just like the sinner.
That's right. That's right.
That's why you find T.D. Jakes hanging out with Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
You got knocked the f*** out, man.
What's going on, y'all? What it is? So let's go ahead and slide on this topic, and I just want to start off by saying that this is some explosive information in regards to the real nature of Diddy and TD Jakes' relationship, and I'm gonna go ahead and be upfront with you guys. This is the cleanest version that I could give you all, because when I tell y'all that I have some potent information in regards to some of y'all's favorite bishop and how he be moving, it's just that shocking, to say the least.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, before we move along, I just want to say happy birthday to Kim Porter. Her birthday was on yesterday. Shout out to Kim Porter and everything that she stood for. And even though Kim is comfortably sleeping in peace, just know that you have people like me and others that's pounding the pavement to uncover what really went down and what happened to you. Kim Porter would have been 53 years young today, and obviously she was robbed from being able to celebrate this day and other birthdays to come. So what I want to do right here is just take the time to have a moment of silence for Kim Porter. Thank you guys for joining me in giving Kim Porter the moment that she deserves. Happy birthday, Kim Porter. The fight continues. Now, speaking of Kim's birthday, Diddy decided to crawl out of his crevice and post something on Instagram to honor Kim Porter. And basically this is what he said. He said, "We miss you so much, Kim. Happy birthday, beautiful. Love forever." And then he had the audacity to follow it up with a black heart emoji. Now, I understand that within my community, some people post black hearts as a symbol of black love. I get that. Don't get me wrong. But in this situation, I just find it highly disrespectful, because if he really loved her, dirt wouldn't be packed on top of her casket right now. And just like the coward he is, he ran and turned the comment section off, right? Because I guess he knew people would be in the comments like, how dare you? You know what I'm saying? Especially when people feel that you have something to do with her passing. And, you know, with all the other lawsuits that have been filed against him and things like that, of course, people are going to come in the comments and check him about that. But one of my pet peeves when it comes to regular people, and especially celebrities, is that when you face scrutiny, you run and limit the comments, or you turn the comments completely off. And that really lets me know that you're a weak individual. See, I'm a strong believer in freedom of speech, and I don't care what people say about me. I'm going to leave my comment section on, and I'm going to read them. I may not respond, but I'm going to read them. And so I don't understand why people shy away from people having an opinion about something. I will never, ever, never, ever turn off my comments, because at the end of the day, I'm a man. But anyway, before we get into this electrifying email, I want to ask you guys to take the time to follow me on Instagram at Carolina Crush TV. Go ahead and head over there and give your boy a follow in case something happens here. Now, before we get started, I do want to play you guys a few clips of people exposing TD Jakes. And you have a woman that is sort of like that woman by the name of Sloan Bella, right? Sloan Bella, I believe she's a medium or a psychic or whatever the case may be, who does a fantastic job. But this particular woman is talking about TD Jakes. And I just want you to take the time to listen to what she has to say. And then after that, I'll be right back.
A lot of you know TD Jakes, but most of his teaching is unbiblical, and this is what he has to say about God.
God is my business partner, and my giving to him is his cut. And if I rip off his cut, why should he bless me? I start giving on that level so that God would owe me. Oh, y'all don't hear what I'm saying? You can't handle that.
See, I want to stop it right there, because not only is that preaching complete blasphemy, it says in the Bible that people will have itching ears and will only preach a doctrine of men rather than God. It's time to wake up. A lot of y'all still sleeping, because a lot of these mega pastors, a lot of these mega churches only want your money. They don't want you to have a true relationship with God, because the Lord didn't say he's going to bless you with what you want. He will bless you with what you need, because it's not all about you. But T.D. Jakes, he said that God has to pour him out a blessing. He said there is no other way.
That God had to open up the windows of heaven and pour me out a blessing.
Lord have mercy on his soul. And then you hear everybody in the background just cheering and saying, oh yeah, it's because they have itching ears. They no longer crave sound doctrine. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up.
To judge them, but that's not all he said. God was speaking and saying that T.D. Jakes, that was the first time I understood the 24:14 prophecy, is a Freemason, that this man has taken occultic vows and that he is part of a brotherhood, that he is serving Satan, who is his true Lord and Master, and therefore he is using his gifts and abilities to cloud the mind of people. Do you know what it is when you are in a ministry and someone is working in the dark arts? Someone has taken an oath to Satan. You're sitting there thinking your pastor has taken an oath to God, and as God, like God revealed in the problem in the African churches, you're sitting there and a man has taken an oath to an entity with breast and a tail, sitting under the sea on a throne with a crown on her head, the queen of her coast and her little minor deities. Your pastor serves that thing and then stands before you, preaches a word of seduction to you, has taken the souls of the members in covenant and can hand them over at any time to pay his dues under the sea. I don't know much about Freemasonry. I just know that it's a thing that serves the devil, especially at the highest level. And they're a tight brotherhood that is giving out no secrets. So that is, cornucopia is the second indictment, 2019. The third indictment, no more false prophecy. Ministers who are going to depart the life, because God said the 10-year period has come to an end, and the people he was naming, T.B. Joshua, Frederick Price, even the lady who was still alive, Pastor Marilyn Hickey, he said that it's game up for them, that their corruption is so deep and he's going to take them away. The third indictment. Here we are, the fourth indictment, title of the prophecy, T.D. Jakes and the fivefold ministry. When I woke up today, I heard the Lord said that you will make that video today, the one about T.D. Jakes. That man is going to die in scandal, and I will have no further mercy on him. Next, there will be scandals among the high and the mighty. So I saw a row of thrones seated in high positions. Earthquake hit those thrones. They started to shake, and people began to fall out of the thrones in public and shameful falls. The Lord said that Bishop T.D. Jakes will have one of the biggest scandals of all time in the Christian church, one of the biggest shaming falls before God finally judges him in taking his life. The Lord said this man is not a straight man. He is not a heterosexual man. His name will be named by the people he has been with. His scandal will involve his sexual orientation, and God says that this is when people will finally see who they have been following with a lot of these pastors and spiritual leaders. So this prophecy came before the other one. This one is September 1st, that the Lord first said that on top of being a false prophet, on top of misleading people, on top of, he called it financial impropriety, which means that there is severe questions about what happens to money in the potter's house. He says that this man is a wolf in sheep's clothing, that this man is a Freemason, and that he is brotherhood. This is what the Lord revealed months ago in the false prophet's prophecy. But now in this live call, God brought out that this man is not interested in women, but is bent towards males. But not only that, has harmed underage youths and boys. And God says that this scandal will be named by the people he has been with. The males are going to bring out, he says, proof. The evidence this bishop will be fighting is hard evidence. And God says he will spend considerable time, considerable energy, considerable power, and considerable money to suppress that evidence so that it does not come out in the legal battles that will follow. But God said that we are going into an era where the evidence will get a chance to speak. Prepare to meet your God. I will lay them low in a pit and let times pass over them. This is the word of the Lord. I'm sure that's easy to understand. The next part of the prophecy is called T.D. Jakes. T.D. Jakes is a homosexual. He has defiled murders. He has used boys willingly and against their will. He is brotherhood, fallen brotherhood, secret brotherhood. He will be exposed, and the filth will hit the newspapers in every country where his name has ever been famous, where his touch has ever been felt. This is a worldwide scandal. To the extent that he defiled, meaning to the extent that he abused and defiled, especially the young ones, let him be defamed. That means let the name that he has left behind in the earth be utterly destroyed. This is the judgment of the watcher speaking in heaven against this man's name and legacy. He will not have any legacy left. God says before this man dies, he will not have any legacy left. He will die fighting for the last shreds of his dignity and legacy. He will die fighting. Listen, those of you who sit on the fence. He will die fighting not for the mercy of God to be restored to him. What a terrible thing it is to lose the love, the favor, and the mercy of God. He will die fighting for mercy to come back to him. God says he will die fighting for his name that he values above God. That is the Lord's assessment of him. He will battle in court. He will battle the press. He will battle his accusers. He will battle unsuccessfully to suppress evidence in a court of law. He will fight and say that certain tapes, certain text messages should not be admitted into evidence. He will use money, power, clout, and influence, but to no avail, says the Lord. He will not protect his ministry and empire. God says that the potter's house will fall. The potter's house and everybody in it will fall.
All right, so you guys just heard that, and the more that I listen to her, she comes across as a prophet and things of that nature, so I don't know if the direct correlation to Sloan Bella is accurate here, but at the end of the day, she is saying that she's being shown these things through God. Now, I've heard some things about T.D. Jakes a long time ago. I can remember when he was in Atlanta for a conference about 10 or 11 years ago, and basically there was some rumblings about him being intimate with men in the Atlanta area. And I also heard back in the days that T.D. was a part of a secret society. Now, when I was living in Atlanta, there was a pastor, and I'm not going to mention his name. His name is within this email that I'm about to read to you all, but I blocked a lot of the pastors' names out. And if I'm being truthful, I blocked all of their names out because I don't even want to take it there. But I can remember him actually saying that T.D. Jakes have been involved with a lot of men. But anyway, what I want to do right here is go ahead and get into this email. Now, before I present this information to you guys, I do want to let you know that all the information that I'm about to convey to you is all alleged. I have to protect the integrity of my platform, and I will do so by any means necessary. All right, so let's go ahead and dig into this email. And it says here, what's going on, my bro? I hope everything is copacetic. So I want to put you up on game on the real nature of Diddy and Bishop Jakes' relationship. But first, let's understand that Bishop Jakes is not of God. He is undoubtedly a Freemason, and so was Diddy. And I say he was because it seems as though he has been stripped of his protection, privileges, and power. But make no mistake about it, his soul is still spoken for by the devil. He will never be able to fend off or escape that harsh reality. Anyways, I'm told Diddy and Jakes masked the real nature of their relationship by both of them saying that their friendship was founded on the basis of TD being a mentor to Diddy. According to this person, who I blocked their name out because I have a relationship with them, Kim Porter said TD was accused of essaying a young man back in June of 1983, which was a year or so after he got married to his wife, and that could be how the incident was covered up at the time. It's been said that a man threatening to come forward to expose Jakes in 1999 had abruptly fell completely off the face of the earth. Pastor Blank says the guy was paid to keep quiet, and 2 years later the man was found dead with a self-inflicted gunshot to the head. The guy's name was Blank. Do not disclose his name. I will tell you later why. I'm told the incident occurred at a church called Emmanuel Temple of Faith, located in Smithers, West Virginia. It's also been expressed to me that people from his hometown said that Jakes was always gay and secretly involved with men, and that he was groomed by an older pastor in the area. It's also been said that when Jakes attends Diddy's parties, he would drink enormous amounts of alcohol and smoke cigars in a private section of the home, and later on would be accompanied by young men. But just because Jakes was in a private section of the home that you need to have a code to gain access to this hidden room, it doesn't mean that the bishop wasn't under surveillance. Another fact to bring up is that the bishop's wife never attends any parties that Diddy throws in the confines of his home. There's a reason for that, and it's been said that she knows what's going on and has questioned why she has never been invited. According to Blank, I gotta protect this person as well, y'all. I'm sorry about that. Cassie knows about the bishop scandals, and Kim Porter was tipped off by servers that Diddy had used for parties for years to accommodate guests when he throws these demonic events. Kim had a rapport with the staff because of parties he threw in the past for Kim. They reportedly carried a lot of bones back to Kim, and she had all the details. Pastors Blank, the late Blank, Minister Blank, and Blank all know who Bishop Jakes really is. Blank said that Kim was going to expose this in her book as well. Remember, I said that Bishop was under surveillance. Alright, so you guys just heard that, and I do want to take the time to clear up something because I had to reach out to my plug and get some clarity on this because I was a bit confused myself. So when it says within the email that the incident took place at a church called Emmanuel Temple of Faith, they're not talking about the incident where the guy took himself out. They're talking about where the alleged SA took place. So basically he was just naming the church of where the guy got allegedly SA, because when you're reading it, it initially comes across as if the guy took himself out at the church, and that's far from the case. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I dotted every I and crossed every T. I waited an extra 3 hours to put this video out because I was not going to put this video out until I talked to him. So I got in contact with him and he cleared it up. But anyway, guys, listen, this is some explosive information. I don't know it to be factual, but I do trust my plug and the information that he's bringing to me. So what I want to do right here is I want to give you guys the opportunity to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about everything that I discussed within this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.